Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell the truth about silver. Today is Monday the 16th of August 2021. We're producing our gold and silver morning update and price forecast. In spite of last Friday's rise in prices, we witnessed this morning gold and silver falling back. Most of the headline news should suggest a rise in their prices, but they're still not getting the message. So let's take a look. Welcome to Illuminati Silver, this bright and now sunny Monday 16th of August morning at 09:14 a.m. GMT +1. Yes, the sun is out and it's actually shining, which is more than can be said for what's going on in Afghanistan. And the main news, chaotic scenes grip Kabul's airport. Now, obviously we're all aware, listening to the news, as to exactly what's going on. Biden has pulled American troops out, and now we're seeing inner turmoil. How will it play out? Let's just wait and see. But more importantly in terms, not more important than life and death, but more important in terms of economics at the moment, we have in the UK two headlines. Bank of England's inflation alarm deemed overly cautious. Now that's an interesting one and we'll explain why. And UK house prices cooling off at the top end of market, according to the main agent that we have in the United Kingdom called Rightmove. Now, let's just have a quick look, therefore. And when we say agent, they advertise houses on behalf of estate agents, so they probably have the greatest data available. Bank of England's inflation alarm deemed overly cautious by economists. Bank of England policymakers are being overly alarmist on their outlook for inflation, economists' forecasts suggest, casting doubt on the need for a significant tightening in policy in the years ahead. Let that resonate a moment. Casting doubt on the need for a significant tightening in policy in the years ahead. While the central bank expects inflation to hit 4% this year and slightly exceed that level in early 2022, economists surveyed by Bloomberg only see it rising to 3.3% by the end of 2021. It will then peak at 3.5% at the end of the first quarter of next year. A spike in inflation has become a concern for officials around the world, as a splurge of activity, as lockdown rules loosen, led to shortages of workers and materials of all kind. While most central banks expect pickup in prices to be temporary, the Bank of England said last week it would need to modestly tighten policy in coming years to hit its 2% target. Still, the economists survey expect UK inflation to run below that goal, dipping to 1.8% by the end of 2022. The Bank of England's forecast is for 2.5%. They don't see the first rate hike until early 2023. So, on that basis, if they are right, more money will be going into the global economy. So those expecting hyperinflation may not see it quite yet. And there are, and we admit it's a very small group because we're aware of who they are, a very small group of economists who are still advocating that we cannot rule out deflation. Yes, deflation. And their reports will be written very soon. Watch out for that. Another bit of news, UK house prices cooling at top end of market. Let's have just a couple seconds on this because again, if it's cooling here, are we going to expect the same elsewhere? Asking prices for homes fell in the UK for the first time this year as demand slowed for most expensive properties, Rightmove said. The average value sellers are seeking slipped 0.3% this month, driven by a sharper drop in homes worth an average of £616,000 or $854,000. So, that's at the top end. The argument often goes, whatever happens there filters through lower down. But at this moment, most agents are predicting higher prices for lower priced houses. Moving over to Reuters. Important headline. Surprised Bloomberg didn't highlight this. China economy under pressure as factory output, retail sales growth slows sharply. Now, I'm not going to go into this because we just don't have the time, but it's worth looking because we know China, second largest economy in the world, major importer of certain raw materials and major exporter of finished products, could be under pressure. What will that mean for the demand for silver, for example? Business news headlines, BBC, again, house prices. Japan's economy bounced back ahead of the Olympics, good news. Nothing really, in truth, that sort of attract the mind in terms of what's going to happen globally from an economic point of view. US, Canada, of course, Kabul falls, Biden backlash grows. Canada's Trudeau calls snap summer election. Is that because he's confident? For now, we'll wait and see. And of course, last week, we all know Cuomo resigned. Let's have a look at the financials. Dollar index just very marginally up at 92.58. Oil prices down $1. Brent crude, 69.52. WTI crude, 67.24. It's interesting. Stocks. Well, we announced on the weekend, we produced our weekly update, both on Saturday and Sunday, and we highlighted the fact what was happening to American stocks, broadly up. But overnight, Asia Pacific, markets down, on average 1.6%, and today, it's now 9:21 as I say this, UK, European markets down less than 1%, in most cases hovering around a 0.5% fall. What have we got to look forward to today? Empire State Manufacturing Index. Don't ignore that. It's one we find very easy to ignore because we feel, well, does it resonate? And probably for most people it doesn't. Gives us a good indication of what's actually going on from the manufacturing point of view. But tomorrow, and I repeat that again, is perhaps the most important day in terms of data in the United States. Gold prices this morning down $5.27 at $1774.58. You can see we had a very, very small uptick at the opening, really continuing Friday's rise. Fell back, really indecisive because it kept going up and back down and kept trying to reach its Friday's close, then actually surpassed it. Now, not by much, we're only talking about $3, but nevertheless surpassed it, and then has come tumbling down. When the world is in crisis, and banks are saying we're going to lend more money, and we're being told inflation's not really a concern, and in spite of all of that, gold falls. Looking at silver, we can see that silver is down 21 cents at 23.56. It's been as low as 23.52, but as high as 23.79. You can see it initially rose, like gold, then dipped, recovered. A little bit of toing and froing, and now quite a decline. Part of the reason, again, to some degree, cryptocurrencies on a tear once again this morning. Do you remember 2 weeks ago we were pointing out that the market cap for crypto was around 1.5 trillion? and was dipping to 1.4. And we said, before this month is out, expect a $2 trillion market cap. Last week, we saw it at 1.7, 1.8. We said very soon now we'll have a $2 trillion market cap. Monday morning, we've got a $2 trillion market cap. Why is that important? We're going to do a video and show you why. I'm not going to promise it'll come out today, but it will come out this week. Don't miss it. We'll highlight it in, if it doesn't come out today, we'll highlight it tomorrow morning. We'll know more. An interesting video, why this market cap is so crucial. Up 4.8%. Well, that's it for now. No more to report at this precise moment in time. Have a great day. Please give us a thumbs up. Of course, subscribe please and press the bell sign. We reviewed Nikki's crypto portfolio on Crypto Plus yesterday, and she's moved from a $3,800 loss to a $1,600 profit, now to a $5,000 plus profit. And overall, looking at her portfolio, she's made approximately $6,000 on what is essentially a $25,000 investment in 3 months. Not a bad return. Guaranteed? No. But not a bad return from someone who will admit they don't really know quite what they're doing. Isn't that always the way? That's it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.